Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 18th episode. We are really moving on, aren't we, Josie?
We're almost adults.
The 18th episode of Healthy Living with Marilyn. My name is Dr. Marilyn Scott, and I am so glad that you have joined us in my den in Richmond, Virginia. And I want to thank everybody for coming, and some of my new viewers. We've got some viewers from Alaska, Donna Ryan from Alaska, and a lot of other viewers from other places in the United States. Laurel Herman, I hope she's with us. She lives in Richmond, and I hope she's doing well today. So we've got a lot of good people out there. Tatiana Panetta, she's from Katy, Texas. So, and I want to welcome everybody, and Chris Salem from Connecticut, and everybody into my home for Healthy Living with Marilyn. I am so glad to have my co-host, who has been with me since the very beginning, Josi Hopkins. She is a wonderful support. She is great inspiration. She's just terrific, and I appreciate you being here tonight. I know you just got back from Dallas, Texas yesterday.
Yeah.
So I got back from California on Sunday, so I've had a little bit longer time to
get adjusted.
To get adjusted and not have to worry about jet lag right now. So.
I'm glad to be here with you again.
Oh, it is so much fun. I'm glad we can do these little vacations between Healthy Living with Marilyn.
Yeah.
We can just go and come back and get a couple days rest, and voila. The boys this afternoon, they slept for 2 hours, but I was doing other things. But I had some energy, which was good, because sometimes chasing after a 10-and-a-half-month-old and a 3-year-old, it can be really, really challenging. It's like trying to get your energy back up. And talking about energy, our guest tonight, which I am so excited to have here, is Aqiylah Collins. She owns a company called Key to Wellness out in the West End. For Raintree,
off Raintree Drive.
Off Raintree Drive, which isn't too far from here. It's off of Gaskins. And your office isn't too far from where my office used to be.
That's correct.
That's right.
Right up the street.
Yep. Her office is right around the corner from where my office used to be.
Yeah, she told me.
So we were like neighbors.
Yes.
Really neighbors. And she does a lot of energy healing, which we are going to talk about tonight, and chakras, opening up your chakras. Now, friends, I've mentioned chakras before, and I really didn't go into detail about them because I was waiting to have somebody come on to talk about chakras. I know a lot about chakras. I am also a master Reiki, but we're not talking about me tonight. We're talking about Aqiylah and what Aqiylah does, and how she helps people not only with Reiki, but you do a lot of other things though too, don't you?
I do. I'm also a doula and a health coach.
Yeah. So what does a doula do?
So a doula works with moms or women who are pregnant and provides emotional and physical support throughout pregnancy and childbirth.
So you're not a midwife?
Not a midwife. Don't deliver the baby, not responsible for the medical aspects of pregnancy and delivery, but emotional and physical support during pregnancy, during labor, and postpartum.
So sometimes you're in there with them during labor?
Always. In there during the labor. Helping the mom walk around, breathe, manage her pain, manage her labor. Yeah, supporting her.
When I had kids, we didn't have doulas.
No, but we
about them. We didn't know about them, and midwives were
few and far between.
Yeah, they were around, but they were few and far between. They were they weren't the in person to go to.
Correct.
I mean, I didn't know any midwives when I was having kids.
I had midwives in my family.
Do you?
Well, they're not here now, but yeah.
Right, and I didn't know any midwives. I mean, I went to an OB.
I had a midwife with my first child.
Did you? Now, my daughter, my youngest, delivered her baby at home. And she had a midwife, and then she had a doula, but I don't know who the doula was, and I don't remember the lady's name, but she, she delivered her baby at home. And Isaac is now a year and a half.
Nice.
So, and I give her a lot of credit. You know, she evidently kept her energy going,
It's a
and
peaceful way
it is a
to
peaceful
bring your
way.
baby into the world.
They had there was a bathtub in the living room. I was not there, but she told me about it.
Right.
You know,
The water,
what it
water
is.
birth, yeah.
right? She had a water birth. She
yeah.
had a water birth.
I think that's
Oh, that's
really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, that
Very
was
peaceful.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I wish I had seen it, but anyhow, she had a lot of energy, you know, and I think that's really important. I feel when I was pregnant, it was hard to keep my energy cycles clear because you have this person in you. So I wish I had known better about that when I was pregnant, but I think keeping your chakras open and keeping your energy flow and putting positive energy out there, and don't think anything negative, don't put anything negative out there, because what you think about, as Wayne Dyer would say, what you think about expands.
What you bring about.
Yes.
What you think about expands, so you have to remember that. Don't think negative things. Don't think negative thoughts. Don't put negative stuff out there, because sometimes it'll come and it'll boomerang right back at you. So, you know, we're going to talk about chakras. We're going to talk about the 7 different chakras. We're going to talk about energy, how to keep your energy going. And we're going to talk about the benefits of Reiki. Now, when did you become a master Reiki?
I started out with Reiki back in 2003
Okay.
and continued studying over the years, and then progressed to the level of Reiki Master somewhere around 2011. So it's about 6 years ago. And then I started when I moved to Richmond, actually, or right before I moved to Richmond. So I can't remember if it was before I moved here or after I got here, but it was somewhere around that time. So like 2010, 2011 is when I decided to go for the Reiki Master level training and learn how to also teach Reiki. So I also teach as well.
Oh, so you teach it as well?
I do.
Okay, okay.
I do.
She's my teacher.
Oh, she's your teacher?
She was my teacher,
Yes.
so I've had level 1
You've
Yes,
had
you have.
level 1.
with
Yeah.
Aqiylah.
I've been a Reiki master for 28 years.
Wow.
It's a long time.
Long time.
Long time. And it was just by chance. I was in a health food store and met somebody who was a master Reiki. We call it master Reiki where I lived. And I took the course, and it takes a while. It takes quite a while.
And it takes
you
a
know.
while to really learn how to use it and to develop it.
The symbols and everything else.
Yes.
Yeah. And for a long time, I was a member of the International Association of Reiki Professionals. But when I got out of being a naturopath for a while and took a break, my membership there lapsed. So I want to go back in there and, join that again. Are you a member of that?
I am.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah, so I've got to go back and rejoin that. So
Yeah, there's a couple of organizations, associations out there for Reiki practitioners now.
yeah, and there's also a Reiki magazine that you can find in the bookstores.
There is.
If you are interested in pursuing more information on Reiki, there are magazines and periodicals that you can get. But really, what is the definition of Reiki?
You just took the words out of my mouth.
I knew you
Because
were
I'm
going.
like,
She's
I
ready.
can hear some
She's over
people
there.
saying,
What is Reiki?
What are you talking
Reiki?
about? What does it mean?
You got to tell people what it is.
So the answer to that question is going to change depending on who you ask.
Right.
Basically, Reiki is energy. I mean, it's really what it is. It's energy, and it's a lot of people think that Reiki, that when they come in for a Reiki session or for a Reiki treatment, that the practitioner is using their energy, but they're not. The practitioner is not using their own energy. Reiki is energy that exists everywhere in
everywhere.
the universe, in all things. So Reiki is energy. Some people say universal life force and all of that, but bottom line is that it's energy. And Reiki as a practice is energy healing. It's a way of bringing that energy to a person's body and allowing the body to use it in the way that it decides that it needs to. The body understands what energy is. We're made of energy. So when you bring more energy to the body, it recognizes it and it just utilizes it as it sees fit.
Right. Right. And when you do Reiki, you look at the people's chakra systems?
Sometimes, not always. I mean, chakras and Reiki are two separate systems. So there is overlap between them, but they're not part of the same practice.
Entity.
Yes.
Right.
So sometimes people come for Reiki, sometimes they come for chakras, sometimes they do both. But they are independent of each other.
Yes, they are. They are. I remember when I fell about 11 weeks ago.
Ooh.
And yes, I
you told me about that.
sprained my ankle, my left. And Judy said I felt like a football player. So if that's like falling like a football player, I don't ever think I ever want to play football. But having said that, I sprained my left ankle and fell on my right shoulder and tore my rotator cuff and my tricep. The only reason why I know that I got an MRI. I finally got an MRI, and that's what happened. But soon after that, a friend of mine called, and she's a colleague of mine, and she needed some Reiki healing. And so I said, okay, because she was in dire straits, and I went and took care of her. And my arm started feeling better.
Right.
And so I would do Reiki on her several times a week, and my arm was feeling better. And I was also getting energy healing from another colleague. So between that and the Reiki and the homeopathic remedies and doing the foot ionizing cleanse, I don't have to have surgery and I can move my arm again. And I just really believe that because of the natural things that I did, and I knew how to do it once I found out what was wrong with me.
Right, so you got the diagnostic.
Right, when you get the diagnostics, if you can get the diagnostics, you can go to a healer, a naturopath, a Reiki, energy healer, whoever you feel comfortable with, and you can get healed, where you don't have to go through physical therapy, go through surgery, and then go through all the agony, pain, and more physical therapy after you have surgery.
Yeah.
Frankly, as busy as I am right now, I didn't have time to do that anyhow. So I have found that Reiki to me it's a lot of give and take. You know, don't you feel better after you've done a Reiki? Or
Yes, well, while you're doing Reiki on someone else, you're also receiving Reiki at the same time. So the
Right.
Reiki is coming through you. You're sort of like the vessel. So you're both receiving Reiki.
Right.
Absolutely. So yes, when sometimes I'll go into a Reiki session with someone and I might have like a tension headache because I didn't sleep well or I didn't eat enough or
you didn't
something.
hydrate
I didn't
enough.
hydrate. And by the time I'm into that session, 15 minutes, my headache's gone for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. I always feel better after I do Reiki on someone. Definitely.
I
There's
do
benefits
too.
for the practitioner as well.
I do too. It's a feel-good way to heal.
And it's easy.
It's easy.
You just need your two hands. And that's it.
That's all you need, and know where to put them, you know.
And you don't even have to know. You just
No,
put them
you just-
anywhere and the energy will go
That's
where it
right.
needs to go.
You're right.
So,
You're right.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a, to me, it's more of a spiritual,
It's an
intuitive,
Yes.
intuitive practice that you do. It's not a technical.
Correct.
It's not a
not
thinking.
physical.
You leave your brain at the door, and
You just let your
you just
heart
let your
flow.
feelings and your intuition go, and say, okay, what are you going to do?
And that's one of the hardest things for people who are receiving Reiki to understand because we're so trained to think about everything in some kind of concrete way. Even students, when they're learning Reiki, you know, a lot of the questions are about the concreteness of it. And you have to sort of suspend that and just experience it and then see what happens. And that's a
Right.
big part of Reiki, is just having the experience, suspending all of your preconceived ideas, all of your expectations about what it should be, and just seeing what happens.
Right.
Allowing your body to just be and just absorb it.
It's a being.
I
It's
know
not a
when I
thinking.
was with you, it was, I kept trying to figure out what was I supposed to expect. And that was the piece that I guess coming into it, we bring our own preconceived notions about what we should be expecting.
Yes.
Because most of the time in life, we go into everything with some expectation that if I do A, then B will happen.
Right.
And so
Exactly.
letting go of that was very freeing. And the feeling that my body's sensation, I could tell I would not have been able to define it. I still probably can't define
Right.
it, but there was a distinct change and sensitivity that came through.
Yes, and that's so important because a lot of times the thinking blocks out the sensitivity and our ability to tap into what's going on and what we're feeling. And so that's a big part. You know, and when I do Reiki, I try to do it, when I do it as a practice in my office, I try to do it in a quiet setting where it's very relaxing, because that allows the person to really sort of let go of everything, and then they can really feel what's happening inside or around them, or from the experience of Reiki. And then they come away from it like, I don't even know how to explain that.
Yeah.
There was some things going on, I sensed things, I felt things, but I don't really know how to put words to it.
Can't. I couldn't. I still can't. You know, and I try to, even when I'm working at home with my husband, you know, he's like, so what are you doing? You know, I'm like, just relax, you know. But because I love quiet, I find that it really fits for me. And with him, he likes a lot of chatter, the noise. And so getting people to take the chatter out, or the background noise and interruptions out, and quiet the mind.
And
Yes.
some people have problems doing that.
Yeah, we always wrestle about going to bed at night because there's a TV in the room, and I won't go to bed with the TV on.
We don't have a TV in our room.
I've asked to remove it, but you know.
Yeah.
So I got home yesterday, and that was the first thing he said. I slept with the TV on. I know you wouldn't be happy. It's like, I wasn't here.
It doesn't matter, does
I
it?
wasn't here.
And for some people, having Reiki session is the first time that they've really just been still. Stillness is very important for healing.
It reduces stress.
It lowers adrenaline.
Yeah.
It allows your body to suspend all of the tension, and you can get to a place that you don't normally get to in your regular day. So for a lot of people that I see, having Reiki is an opportunity for them to sort of be in that space where everything is just in the moment. And there's no expectation, there's no planning, there's no thinking, they're just letting go. And you can see their body relaxing. You can see their body fighting to relax. Like there's that like sense of relaxation. Your body's like, no. And then there's that letting go again, and then no, and then finally they just let go.
It's like learning how to meditate.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
a challenge for a lot of people too.
Meditation, you have to work at
Yeah.
it. You just can't sit down, close your eyes, get comfortable, and look for the white light. It sounds easy, but meditation you got to work at it. It's like anything, you have to practice.
And in some ways, Reiki is a lot like meditation.
Right.
And I've had people tell me that it feels like meditation, or it's like what they're trying to get to with meditation.
Yeah.
So it's awesome, because when your body does relax, then the healing can begin.
Right.
And
Have you ever
that's-
had an experience of doing Reiki and then having someone go straight into meditation? I think that would be really interesting.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's funny, I had one, I'm sorry.
I've done Reiki where people have they've been so stressed out that they finally just relax, and they don't know how they do it, and then they just go to sleep. They
Yes.
just totally, and they say, what happened? What happened? And it
What'd you do
doesn't
to me?
seem like 60 minutes, and it seemed like 2.
Right.
And
Or
they
more,
feel,
maybe like 3
and they
hours.
say, oh, I can move my arms. I'm not sore anymore. My back doesn't hurt. My knees don't hurt.
Exactly. My headache's gone.
My head, yes, my head, my stress. I feel so much better.
And the thing that's really cool about Reiki too is that the energy will continue to work afterwards. So it'll keep unfolding over time. So days later, I'll get texts from people or emails, and they're like, wow, today I noticed this, and it's like it's still working. I still feel, a certain kind of way that I know is different. I'm responding differently to my environment. I'm not reacting to people in the way that I was before. So
I remember calling you up to say, do I still have because it's like, if you're in my mind, I wasn't continuing to do it consciously, but unconsciously I was. So I was like, do I still have it? Do I have to come back again? But I love everything that I've gained, and I'm looking forward to the next level.
And what's nice about that is that you can then do Reiki on yourself once you've done the level one.
That's where I practice
You can do Reiki on yourself, and that
doing my
is an amazing benefit to just have that tool in your toolbox, that healing tool in your toolbox. So anytime throughout the day, you can just pull that out and just use that. Just put your hands on yourself and just do Reiki.
Just do Reiki on yourself. And in fact, as a matter of calming yourself down, there is a group that I know of called the Harmonaires, the Virginia Harmonaires, and here is their logo right here.
Here, you got it.
If Michael can eventually get a close-up of that. And Ed Pettersen.
I was going to say Ed. I remember him talking about that.
Ed Pettersen, who is my graphic designer, is going to be in a concert with the Virginia Harmonaires this weekend on Sunday, October 20th at Wakefield Baptist Church, 104 West Church Street in Wakefield, Virginia at 7 p.m. It is free. A donation, a love donation would be nice. And what they are billed as is Southern Gospel to Go. It's a gospel quartet of 4 men, and I have been to one of their concerts. I went to Ed's concert one time and a couple months ago, and the Harmonaires sang at the end, and it's lovely. So if you want to relax this weekend and go to a great concert down in Wakefield, it's the Virginia Harmonaires, and they will be at Wakefield Baptist Church at 104 West Church Street, Wakefield, Virginia. Wakefield is about, 45 minutes from here.
I've never heard of Wakefield before.
Well, pardon me?
Which direction?
South. South, yeah.
Like going towards Waverly?
Yes, before you get right after Waverly.
Okay.
Right after Waverly. So the address is 104 West Church Street, Wakefield, Virginia. So tell Siri about it, and it's at 7 o'clock. Siri hopefully will take people there. I don't know. She's not always intuitive. So
I was like, Siri,
Siri on if you have an iPhone, Siri. So that's one of the ones that I wanted to talk about tonight, and I thought it was a good segue into relaxing because their music is very relaxing. It's very spiritual. They harmonize beautifully.
I know they do.
They really do. It's a great group. It really is.
Harmony.
I hope I'll be able to go. I don't know, because Josi has something on Sunday at Artworks in Manchester. Right?
Yes.
From 3:30 to 5.
3:30 to 5.
And I got your invite, but I had to put interested because...
Maybe. It was maybe.
Oh, it was maybe, yeah.
Because I said maybe, too.
I put maybe because I got things to do that weekend, but I'm trying really hard to fit it in.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah.
It's this weekend.
And what is it?
It's going to become a monthly event, but it's it's my damsel in defense, because I got all these hats I wear. But it's my damsel in defense, protecting yourself, and it's a back to school event, really to help people get ready for being protected, being safe on the go. So whether it's security on the go for you or your family members, or security for your children, little alarms for their backpacks and things like that, or it can be home safety in terms of internet or your identification safety. And so it's an open house, just an opportunity. It's absolutely free from 3 to 5:30. Artwork Studio, 320 Hull Street, Damsel in Defense. If you can't attend, I've got an online back-to-school event that you can shop at 2, the number 2, defendher.com. And
the number 2, defendher.com.
2defendher.com.
Okay.
So that's out there, because I know I'm getting a lot of calls of people asking about, things for safety, things for travel, things for on the go. We've got a lot of different things. So there's something out there for everybody, including the children.
And you're going to have things there that people can purchase?
People can purchase. In
Okay.
fact, I have some half-off items, because we have new things for the fall that I'll be showing. And I'll be doing some discounts, or buy one, get one frees, or half-offs
That sounds like a
on
pretty
some
good deal.
items.
Yeah, well, she always has some great stuff. And if you are really interested in protecting yourself, which we all should be doing, especially in this day and time, and I'm not talking about anything but in this day and time, you might want to go see Josi. She's got some great stuff. The Damsel in Defense is a great company, and she has some great things that you might want to pick up.
Stun guns, pepper sprays, concealed carry bags, door alarms for the hotel or for dorms. Got a mother called me today and told me she needed to get a stun gun for her daughter who's leaving for law school on Saturday.
I can't
and she
blame
was
her.
like, "Can I see you now or tomorrow?" I said, so I'm meeting her tomorrow morning. She said, "I had your information. I don't know where I got it." And I'm like, "Glad you got it."
See? So if you're interested in protecting yourself, because we always say it's not going to be me. It's not going to be me.
And it's not to scare anybody.
No.
It's not about
It's to be
scaring.
protected.
It's to
It's
be
like an
aware.
insurance policy.
Being aware.
Being aware.
Better to have it and not
Being
need
prepared.
it than to
Right.
need it and not have it.
Right. That's right. That's what my husband says too. Yep.
Smart
it's-
man.
Right. It really is. So if you're interested, it's 3:30 to 5 at Hull Street. What's the number? 320?
Artwork Studio, 320 Hull Street.
320 Hull
And
Street.
you enter from the 4th Street side.
Right. So you got to turn off a Hull Street to park.
Come right on in the
Right.
center gallery.
So I'm really going to try to get there.
Okay.
Me too.
Yep. So, segueing back into when we protect ourselves, we also protect ourselves with our chakras,
Yes.
because we have to stay grounded. And people look at me and it's like, grounded? What does that mean? Well, it means that you're not flitting around like a butterfly, that you really have your act together. And there are chakras in our system. This has been around since, oh gosh, the beginning of time, I guess, just like Reiki, right? Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you the question, because people are wondering, what's a chakra?
What they are, energy cycles, right?
Chakras, the word actually means spinning wheel,
Spinning wheel.
and they are located in there are 7 main chakras.
They go up your spine.
And then there are hundreds of sub-chakras. In the West, we pretty much focus on the main 7.
But there are chakras in your hands.
Yes, there are. There's
chakras in
hundreds.
your feet. There's hundreds of them. But
hundreds
we
of
just focus on the main ones that are basically in your torso. And the first one, and they're color-coded. It's like the rainbow. They're color-coded. The first one is red, and it's your root chakra, which grounds you.
Correct.
And explain what the root chakra does.
So each chakra is related to a physical aspect of our bodies and an emotional aspect of our bodies. So root chakra governs or is related to the lower extremities, the hips, the knees, the thighs, the feet.
Right.
And on the physical level. And emotionally, it's, safety, stability, security. So when we're grounded, it means that we're really rooted, which is what root chakra comes from. It's like a tree is planted in the earth and it grows roots, and the roots anchor it and hold it and make it strong. And then the tree can grow very tall and can be very firm because it's really well rooted. And so the root chakra serves that same purpose for us physically and emotionally. So when we're really grounded, then we are strong emotionally. We feel safe. We feel secure in the world. We feel organized. We feel protected. We're not easily swayed. We know our path in life. We know where we're going, our direction, those kinds of things.
Right. And the next chakra is orange, and that's your sacral chakra.
So sacral chakra is related physically to the reproductive organs, the
Right.
bladder,
Kidneys.
the kidneys by default because of the bladder.
Right.
And
Well, that's all in
lower
extremity,
lower intestines.
Right.
And so that is actually the chakra that relates to relationships. It's also sexual energy, passion, creativity. If you think of like giving birth from the uterus, so the uterus, the bladder, the reproductive organs, you're creating life. But creativity isn't just giving birth, it's creating new ideas and creating, new directions and opening new pathways for yourself. So that's what sacral chakra is related to.
Color tonight.
That's right. And so Josi's wearing
That's right.
orange for sacral chakra
Yeah.
Because
today.
she's creative tonight.
Yeah.
Very creative.
And the sacral chakra is interesting too because it's also the area in martial arts that relates to the dantian, which is where the chi resides. And so this is like your life force.
Right. Right. And the next chakra is your solar plexus chakra, which a lot of us have problems with. I do.
A lot of us is
a lot of
Marilyn.
people do. Yeah. Well, I do. And it's in your abdominal area here, and it's yellow, and has to do with a lot of issues sometimes.
It has to do with ego.
I don't have a problem with that. But
Ego, confidence, decision making,
right.
things of that nature. It's sort of like if you think of like your core in your body, like if you do physical activities, this is
Because
your
it's
core strength.
sort of in the middle. And
So this is like your
core.
gut. So it also relates to like gut
Gut
instinct.
feeling.
Instinct.
Yeah.
So that natural innate instinct that we're born with, that animals have, that all animals have. So it's all of that. And then on the physical level, it relates to a lot of the major organs. So the liver, the spleen,
Pancreas,
the
the
pancreas, the
stomach.
gallbladder, the
Right.
stomach.
Right. And then the next one is green,
And that's the heart
the
chakra.
heart chakra, which is love.
So the two chakras that most people understand the best are probably heart and third eye.
Third eye.
And so
right.
the heart chakra relates to the heart and the lungs, the esophagus, the upper digestion. So, love, forgiveness, acceptance, self-worth, relationships,
Right.
all of that, integrity.
So a lot of people who might have emotional issues, they might have their heart chakra closed a little bit.
Where people have a hard time forgiving
Right.
others, people who have been hurt and they are afraid to be open to love or to, companionship or to friendship even. There's probably some work that can be done around the heart.
Right. And the thing about forgiveness, forgive whoever's bothered you, whoever's angered you, because you're not doing it for them.
You're doing it
You
for
are
yourself.
doing it for yourself. So you need to forgive whoever because you need to do it for yourself. Because they probably
They've
don't
already
even
moved
know.
on.
And
They're
they've
not even
moved on
thinking
and
about you.
they don't even know that you might have got angered
offended.
because
Yeah.
of them or
It's true.
gotten offended. So just forgive the person that's pulled out in front of you, in
In traffic.
in traffic. They don't know, and frankly, they really don't care. And if
Something's going on with their lives.
Right.
And,
and if you get angry, in essence, they are controlling your emotions. Don't let people control your emotions. And the most wonderful thing you can do, and it's hard to do, is to forgive, because you're doing it for yourself.
Absolutely. Yes.
And
you're releasing that negative energy.
That's right. And you don't want that negative
and you don't have to
energy.
tell them you're forgiving them.
That's right.
You
just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. And the next chakra is blue, and it's your throat chakra. And I went to an energy healer, my energy healer last week, Rosemary Prophet, and she said, "You have blue on everywhere." I had a blue shirt on. I had my blue flip-flops on. I had a blue. Everything I had was blue. My glasses, and she says, "You are really, really wanting to speak a lot right now."
You think?
So
Just a little
must
bit.
have been. She said, "You really have a lot to say, Marilyn." And yeah, I was wearing blue, and it's your throat chakra. It has
Third
to do
chakra is
with
communication.
communication.
Yes.
Yep. And sometimes people's throat chakras are closed when they're afraid to talk, or they're nervous, or they're afraid to say something to somebody because They might be worried that they're going to hurt those people's feelings.
Or they're saying no when they really mean yes.
Right.
Or they're, wanting to please people with their words.
Right.
Or they're not, and it's also beyond communication, it's also expression.
Right.
So it's not just how we use our voice, but how we express ourselves in the world creatively.
Right.
So, and it relates on a physical level to the thyroid, the throat, the lower jaw, the teeth, the gums, the ears. All of that is related to the throat chakra.
So it's a very beautiful blue. Beautiful blue.
It's like an indigo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a beautiful blue.
Don't you wish it was turquoise, though?
No. Blue is blue, Aqiylah. There's different shades of blue.
I'm Pisces. Turquoise is my
Water.
color.
Yes, well, it's water.
Yes, and aquamarine is my birthstone.
But, my glasses are my brand. So, and
Beautiful
it fits
color.
with communication.
and it's communication. And part of that is my children, and I'm just getting off a rabbit hole right on a rabbit trail. One of my daughter, who's the LPC, licensed professional counselor, she said to me one day, she says, "Mom, you don't listen. You don't listen." And
and that's part of the throat chakra too, listening.
And so I really had to open up my throat chakra because I said, I do listen. No, when we say something
hear.
and then you'll retort something back like, oh yeah, I did that before or whatever. So I'm trying more to listen. So if my children are listening tonight, which I hope some of them are, or they catch me on record, because this is being recorded, please know that I'm really working on listening. I've been listening and working on it for a long time.
Attentively listening.
Attentively.
In college, they called it, there was a name for that, active listening.
Active listening, yes. Yes, so I'm really going out of my way to try to listen to my children.
And the way you know that if you're actively listening, if you can give back to the person what they gave you in their conversation, because too often people are hearing and waiting for the opportunity to speak instead of hearing and then being able to affirm what they heard.
Right.
And that's what that to me is what listening is you can really affirm. If you say something, I can say back to you what I hear you saying is.
Right.
As opposed to me jumping into what I want to say.
So it is a beautiful indigo blue. It resides right here where your thyroid is, where your neck is, where your throat is, where your jaw is, all that area, your nose.
Lots of thyroid issues going on in the world today. Lots of thyroid issues going on today.
Yes, there are a lot of thyroid issues going on today. But that's a whole nother.
Yes, that's
a whole nother show.
Whole nother show.
But the work can start for healing that with Reiki
here.
and chakra work.
Yeah, and so the next chakra is one of my ultimate favorites, which sometimes I try to turn it off, but it doesn't always go off. Well, if I'm in the car, and sometimes I feel somebody's energy next to me over in the next car, and I start getting achy, and it's like, ooh, I don't like that feeling. Let's get the light to turn green so I can move on. But it's purple.
Yes, that's my
and
color.
It is your intuition, your third eye, which everybody has. And you say, no, I don't have intuition. Yeah, you do.
Yes, you
Everybody has intuition. Everybody does. Honest to goodness. You have to develop it. You have to open it up. You have to work on it, just like you work at everything else. Right, Aqiylah?
You have to stop ignoring it.
Right.
Because we all hear it. We hear that little voice that says, and then we go, yeah, we overthink it. And we overthink our intuition. Our thinking is so highly developed, but our intuition is not. So we think everything, and then we poo-poo that. And I say, what is that? I don't know what that is. And so we don't listen to it, and then we keep pushing it down. We keep pushing it down. And so it gets weaker, and it gets weaker. So really the way to develop that chakra, to develop that intuition, is to be still.
Be still.
And to listen, not thinking through a problem, but being still and just like let's say you have a problem like, should I pick this cup or that cup? And just having an image of those two cups and just being quiet and see what resonates with you.
Right. Listen to your intuition. Listen to that voice. You're not going crazy. It really is your intuition.
But some people feel that when they're hearing something, they can't justify it. And too often I think we try to justify what we're thinking, what we're saying, and what we're doing.
Right.
And if it has no justification for the outside world, then we discount our own value.
Exactly.
So, you know.
Yeah, intuition doesn't always make sense on paper. It doesn't always follow a logical
Nope.
stream, but it's always right.
It's always right for
It's
you.
always right. It's
Always
the inner
right for you.
guidance. It's the inner
Yeah,
guidance.
it's your inner self. Listen to your inner self. You can develop it. It's really there. It really
I get
is.
scary sometimes with mine because and I'm like, oh my God, will you just stop? Which it leads me to my next question. You know, I hear it said often, be very careful about opening up that third eye. Why? Because what you might do with it or not knowing what to do with it. Why is there a caution?
I've not heard that.
Ah.
But I would assume my best reasoning would probably be that if you're not accustomed to hearing that, if you're not accustomed to, when you open, when we get to the third eye, we're entering in the crown, we're entering a
Right.
psychic realm. And so a lot of people are, number one, are afraid of psychic experiences. They're afraid of something that they can't explain. So that may be the reason for the caution.
That makes sense.
You know, be careful because you might open the door. A lot of people think you might open the door for the devil, or you might open the door for other entities, you know, other
The
things,
double R.
otherworldly things that you don't understand. And there's definitely that possibility, you know, for you to have experiences that you're not familiar with. It doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means you're unfamiliar.
And it's
Right.
being
And it's what
aware
you're
of what
trying
you
to
do
what are you
with it.
attracting?
Right.
You know, so it's always a lot of it has to do with intention. What is your intention? What are you trying to attract? And then how are you keeping yourself? What is your life like? You know, like if you're, how do I want to say this? If you are someone who has a lot of negativity around you all the time, and you attract a lot of negativity, and you're not
opening.
even aware that, or you're not willing to sort of like move beyond the negativity in the world and in your life, and have that not be a part of your inner space, then you may not want to open chakras and invite more negativity. You know, open certain chakras. So it's a lifestyle as well. You know, you have to look at your lifestyle and see. It's just like with health coaching. Sometimes people tell me they don't want to vaccinate their kids, but they have horrible diets. Their children eat junk food. It's like, you need to vaccinate because you're not doing anything in your life to support the direction that
Right.
you want to move in this
Right.
area. And so it's the same, I think, across the board with all types of holistic practices. You have to, it's a lifestyle.
You have
Holism
to
is
be
a lifestyle.
open,
Right.
open to change and open to.
And don't be
And you have to
scared.
be, and you have to work with someone who knows what they're doing.
Right.
You know, you just don't go opening up chakras and being like, whoa, that's too much. Some people are automatically open. That's another thing I just wanted to talk about briefly. Some people are way more open than others, and they have experiences, and they don't know how to handle those. They don't know how to manage them. And so it may be that they need balance as well.
Right.
Because your chakras can be open too much, and they can be closed. So, you know, we're always seeking balance. We want all of our chakras to be aligned. We want them to work together. And we want them to be open the right amount and, you know, not out, because too much can be out of balance as
Right.
well.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I think about chakras, an analogy that I read somewhere was imagining a pond of water, and that, you know, when it's flowing, water's flowing in appropriately. But when there's junk thrown in, it gets blocked, but it may be really backed up or open or heavy in another area. But what you really want is for that water to continue to pass through, flowing smoothly, so that all of your chakras are equally open and there's not a blockage in one or a stagnation in another.
Correct.
Right.
And it's funny because earlier today I was thinking about the ocean, because I was talking about Hawaii, and I was thinking about the ocean and how the water in the ocean is self-clearing, self-purifying, self-regulating. But we can mess that up by polluting the water,
Right.
polluting the oceans, and then it requires an intervention.
Yeah.
So this is like what I say to people who ask, like, why do I need to have my chakras balanced? Can't they balance themselves? They can, and they should be able to. But things in our life can disrupt the
Right.
flow of energy.
Your daily
Yes.
lifestyle can
and your
disrupt.
emotions, things
Right.
that because we have experiences in life, we have emotional reactions to those experiences, and we don't always deal with those emotions. Sometimes we push them down,
Right.
we tuck them away in places, and they affect us, even though they're not in the forefront.
Right.
So,
Right.
yes.
Right. So the last chakra that we're going to be talking about is our crown chakra. And it is like clear white. It's gorgeous, and it's up here, and it just radiates out,
From the crown of the head.
and it's beautiful.
So that's your connection to all things universal,
Right?
all things, all energy.
It's your total connection. Keep it open.
Absolutely.
Keep it open, you know. One of my colleagues talking about water, Lisa Hazel Grove, is an... You know Lisa.
Yes.
We all know Lisa. We
Everybody
love
knows Lisa.
Hi,
Lisa.
Lisa is, hi Lisa, if you're watching, hi, I hope you're doing okay. She is going to be in Williamsburg this weekend at the Nikan Active Wellness conference that they're having. If you want to go, and it's going to be at Fort Magruder Hotel and Conference Center on Pocahontas Trail in Williamsburg. If you'd like to go, she can get you in for free under her name. So get in touch with Lisa at lisahealthy.com or by phone 804-539-3251. That's 804-539-3251. And it's Friday, Saturday, and there's an extra event on Sunday that's only $15. That's called Becoming Your Best Self. It's a training formerly known as Humans Being More. So it's a great way to get some information. $15, you can't beat that, for all day. It's an all-day thing, and they're having a big expo, a Nikan Expo. So it's called the East Coast Healthy Lifestyle Expo, and it is in Williamsburg this weekend.
That's not even far from here.
No, it's an hour from where we live, so it's awesome. But if you want to go, just call Lisa at 804-539-3251, and she can get you in for free or a nominal fee.
Cool.
So that's cool, yeah. So Lisa also does Nikan, which is magnets, and she's big into water and
Yes.
the Pi Mag system and the water system. So if you're interested in having some machines that help purify your water better, call Lisa.
And doesn't she teach about
She
sleep?
teaches about sleep too. Yeah, she teaches at U of R. Yeah. I don't know when she teaches several times during the year. It's like 6-week stints or something. Yeah.
It's like a 6-week seminar.
Yeah, so anyhow, she is available to help people with their health. She had a lot of health issues 14 years ago, and Nikan has really helped her enormously with her health issues.
Yes.
That's why I became a digestive enzyme specialist, because it's helped me with my digestion.
We gravitate
We
towards
gravitate towards
the
what
things that our bodies need.
right, and so we can help us, so we can help others, and so we can enlighten others about how. That's why I have Healthy Living with Marilyn. That's why Josie and I are here every Thursday night at 8 o'clock to enlighten people about there are other ways to stay healthy.
Absolutely.
And stay away from big pharma. So, and another thing I want to talk about is if people are having problems and struggling and just can't get over the hump, Judy and I have created a retreat. Judy Richards and I hope you're there, Judy, have created a retreat called Creating the Amazing You. And it's going to be October 13th, 14th, and 15th. Deposit is $50 just to save your seat. It's at the Hyatt Place up in Short Pump, Virginia, which isn't far
Beautiful
from here.
place.
And
15 minutes.
yeah, it's at the Short Pump Mall. It's a nice place.
It is nice.
Yeah. If you want to do some retail therapy, whatever. But we're having a retreat there. It's a 3-day retreat. Well, it's sort of like 2.5. It's a Friday night, Saturday, all day Saturday and Sunday. And we're having people starting to sign up, and we've gotten some deposits. It's just a $50 deposit to hold your seat. And then it's $275 after that. And you can make it in 2 payments. I don't care. Just, You guys are good for it. We're going to have a lot of activities to do. We're going to have some programs. Rosemary Prophet's going to come from Good Therapy, Good Energy Therapy LLC, and she's going to do something on energy. She's my energy healer. I'm a healer too, but we healers need help too.
Absolutely.
You know, we need other people to help us out. Sometimes self-healing.
So you got something to pour out.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And that's where a lot of people are deficit, because they're always pouring out.
That's
and
right.
Then they try to pour from an empty jar.
And this retreat, Creating the Amazing You, will help fill your cup.
Mm-hmm. And how do they register?
Go online at www.creatingtheamazingyou. Josie, I love you. And go to registration. You can pay it there, or give me a call at 804-350-0034, or send me an email at toppriorityllc@gmail.com, and we'll get you registered. And it's going to be a great weekend.
What's the dates again?
October 13th, 14th, and 15th. And I know it's Friday the 13th, but 13th is my lucky number.
13 is
so
a good number.
It's a good number.
Doesn't bother me.
And it's from 6 to 9 Friday night, 9 to 6 Saturday, and 9 to 12 on Sunday. It's going to be a great, great retreat. You guys are going to be going home with a lot of goodies, and some things that you will be creating yourself, because we are talking about how you can become the amazing you. And that's what we're working on.
And you truly are amazing.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you different.
Don't let anybody tell you anything different.
That's right.
Different, you know, that's the way it is.
So really, you're going to be pulling the amazing out of people.
That's right. Well, they're going to find the amazing.
Okay.
Yep.
And wear it out. Wear it right out the door.
That's right. It's going to be amazing. So don't hesitate to get in contact with me. Contact with me through my Facebook page, or give me a call. Send me an email. We'll get you rocking and rolling. And we're going to have food. It's going to be cool. You can't beat it. Food, right? Anytime there's food.
Good food.
People want to good food.
Good company.
Good company. Good energy.
Yes.
It's going to be beautiful energy. Mm-hmm. It's going to bring out the beauty in you.
Sounds amazing.
You know, and some people, we always don't feel always beautiful sometimes.
No. But you are. You're beautiful.
You are.
I said it earlier, God don't make no junk.
She just said that right before we started tonight. You did.
That's right. God don't make no junk. You got it,
That's a
girl.
Josiism right there.
Pardon me?
It's a Josiism.
That was my mom.
Yes, that's a Josie.
That was my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I would complain about something being wrong with me, she'd say, God don't make no junk, girl.
That's right. That's right. Really. And another thing I wanted to talk about is I'm in this magazine, Journey to Wellness.
Nice.
Journey to Wellness. And I figured out how everybody can get a copy of it online.
Good.
Yes. You can go to Real Life, Real Faith, Journey to Wellness, and it will take you right there.
Real life, real faith, Journey to Wellness.
Mm-hmm. If you just Google Real Life, Real Faith, Journey to Wellness, you can find me right there.
Cool.
So, yeah, it was an article that they did on me, and I'm on the cover.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And you gotta blow that up and have it framed.
I should put it framed up with my other pictures, don't you think, Jess?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got space for it right here?
With my paintings.
Yes.
So, and the last thing I want to talk about is Natural Awakenings. This magazine is awesome. Are you in this magazine?
I'm not.
No. Okay. Well, we have a Creating the Amazing You card in here, and there's some information about my show in here that, you know, we've been doing this show now. We've been doing this for a little bit of time. 18. We're not newbies anymore.
We're growing up.
We're growing up, really. We're becoming adults.
Yeah.
We're rocking it, aren't we, ladies? We are absolutely rocking it. So look in here, and we will also be in next time's issue, too. So Creating the Amazing You. We want you all to be amazing. That's why I've been putting amazing posts on my Facebook page. And the reason why I did that, my intuition says you have to put a post every day about being amazing. Something to help you be amazing. And that's why I've been doing it. The Maryland Mondays didn't work for me. Like, you know,
but it got you into a pattern and realizing that you needed to have a pattern.
Right, it
So,
did. Because I was missing the Maryland Mondays. And they were just, it would be
It would
like
be
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It would be Tuesday. And it's like, I can't do a Maryland Monday on Tuesday. You know, and one time I did a delayed Maryland Monday, and I thought, that is really not working. Not working.
It's good to let go of what's not working.
That's right, and I let it go. And I
Release
thought
that
about it
energy.
for a
Some
while.
people get stuck in something. They're like, I just got to do this. I got to do
Release
this. And
the
I'm like,
energy, let it go. There's
Exactly.
new energy coming.
New
Make room
variety
for
is
it.
the spice of life.
Make room for that
That's
new
right.
energy.
So
I do have a
energy.
question.
What?
So, Aqiylah, when are your classes, and how do people reach you?
Yeah, how do they reach you?
So I can be reached at 804-977-1779 or at keytowellness.com, and that's QITO wellness.com. There's a lot of information on the website about energy, about Reiki, about chakras, about doulas, about coaching, about lab testing, and all the other wonderful things we do. Vaginal steaming is something new that we're doing now.
Ooh.
And I just put the page up for that actually yesterday. So there's information there about that. And let's see, classes. I'll be having a Reiki class in September, September 30th. All day is a Reiki level 1 and 2 class. So if you want to do Reiki 1 only, you can come just for the morning. If you want to do 1 and 2, you can come for the whole day. If you just want to do 2, you can come for the whole day. And then on October 1st, which is Sunday, the next day, we'll be doing the Reiki Clinic, which is a live opportunity for you to work with real people doing Reiki.
people.
Yes.
So
not just each other. Not just each other. Not just other students, but you'll actually have real
people.
live people walking in the door that you'll get to do Reiki on all day and develop some confidence about your new skills.
I'll be there.
Right.
Yay.
Yeah,
Right.
because I've been trying to get back, so.
And that's on the website too. Just go to
September 30th and October
ketowellness.com,
1st.
September 30th, October 1st. Just go to ketowellness.com, and under events, you'll see the classes.
That's good.
Yes.
Can I retake them?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
coming to
my
read.
grandson's birthday is on the 30th. So, and he's going to be 1, so I don't know what I'm going to do that day, unless she has it earlier. When is the 30th? What day is it? A
The
Saturday?
31st is the class.
There is no 31st in September.
I'm sorry, October 30th is a Saturday, and October 1st is a Sunday.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. September 30th.
September 30th
is a Saturday, and October 1st is a Sunday.
Sunday.
Correct.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
September 30th. And what time?
I think the class is 9 to 5 on Saturday, and
And it's at your office?
it's at my office, which is
Okay.
at 1891 Billingsgate Circle, all one word, Billingsgate, in Henrico, Virginia, 23238.
And
Right.
how long is Sunday?
Suite C. I think Sunday is like 10 to 3. I'm not sure.
I have an oil
Check
workshop
her-
on Sunday.
Check
but
her
yeah.
website,
Cool.
QITO Wellness.
.com.
Key2wellness.com. Check her website. And I looked at her website earlier tonight when I was
Beautiful.
hibernating after the boys left. I have to hibernate before
Yeah.
my
Gotta
I have to
reclaim your-
regroup.
Re-energize yourself.
Yeah, and re-energize myself. So Zen just sort of lets me do my thing. And he's doing his thing because he's doing everything in here. And I was looking at your website, and you have a small audio on there.
I do.
That I was listening to. You need to listen to this audio. Aqiylah's voice is so soothing. I remember the first time I met you at a networking event.
Was it
And
Heal?
It might have been Heal.
I think so.
And she came out, and she was just so calm. It's like, I want to be that. I just want to be that.
I'm glad I come across as calm.
You do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You
do.
always have come across as calm.
Thank you.
And she's just
And your voice, yeah.
And her voice, just listening. I closed my eyes when I was listening to it. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like heaven on earth. This was so good.
That's so funny. On my recording on my phone, people call and they leave a message and they'll say, I almost fell asleep listening to your
See?
recorded message. It's so calm. And I'm like, really?
You want
Is
to
it?
speak to somebody calm? Call Aqiylah. because she's
good
calm,
energy.
Good
Wasn't
energy.
always like that.
Good energy.
Wasn't always like
Well,
that.
I was-
do a lot of work on myself.
You know, we all-
Self-care is important.
We're a work in progress.
Self-care. I can't stress enough about self-care.
Self-care is so important.
I have had to do a lot of care and a lot of self-care recently.
Yeah.
And I don't do jet lag well. So trying to stay on Eastern time in the Western time zone is kind of hard. But I was doing okay. And as you can hear, my husband has started our Lucky Day theme song. So we hope that everybody has had a wonderful day. We hope that you enjoyed our show, and we will see you all soon. And take care. And remember, you've got this. Have a good one. Change your
Thank you.
life today.